And that one puts them on top here in the third. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Browns' drive about to get started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. And this will be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson, his first touchdown of the new season. And once again, the Browns are back in front. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch.
Let's go. Do it. At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. The run on 1st down gets them a couple up to the 27. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
The tackle made by Christian Kirksey. 2 yards on the pickup.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, that's 2 sacks in this game, so add that to the 4 from last week. I think that's 6.
Good math. Excellent math. And look, he's going to get all the attention. He deserves it. He got home and got the quarterback on the ground. But that's a concentrated team effort because you have a lot of guys who occupy blockers to allow him access to rush the passer.
Jackson, and the pressure gets to him again. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. He's looking for another 4-sack game. That's how many he had last week. That's his 3rd.
And when I watch him rush the passer, the thing that always comes to mind for me is how well he uses his hands. The martial arts stuff that a lot of guys do in the offseason to work on those, paying dividends for him. He's getting home in a big way.
Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that happen.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Mayfield now. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
third down, Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. From the 31, Jackson. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
So the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. Now Jackson. This complete to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Chubb. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Okay, 33. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Run.
Mayfield off the play fake. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. D.D. Westbrook, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Texans 10. Austin Seibert to kick off for Cleveland.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
All day, dog.
They'll go to Barkley again. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Saquon Barkley. And running with power here. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Throwing is Jackson, and he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. 3rd and 2, here's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. He's got the first down here inside the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's another Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
One last shot for Jackson. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game.